blue on one side and white on the other side of your brush and just go all the way across your canvas. You can also paint the sides of your canvas. I'm going to start my circle about 1/3 of the way down from my canvas. In this case, since it's an 8 by 10 canvas, I want to come down about 3 inches from the top and about 2 inches from the bottom for my circle. This will be the head of my snowman. Now we're forming the carrot. So I started, it seems a little high, but it'll balance itself out. So slight diagonal here, almost the center of the circle, but up a little high. And then a turquoise in here for eyes and the mouth. And this will really just be your shadows. We'll also do a shadow and underneath the carrot. And then I decided to make this just a little wider. So I added more white to my edge. And now you can see the carrot really is in the center. There I'm extending my shadow and reforming the mouth. Time to start a scarf. Keeping this low. Still want to leave a little bit of space in underneath the scarf because we're going to add the rest of his body on there. But right now I'm just thinking about the scarf. Adding a little red where I want it to be shadowed. A little at the neck here. And then I'm separating the part that you would kind of flip over. So now you can see that more clear. Add a little more pink to this and white to give it the height there. Now you can really see it taking shape. Just pink, red, and white. That's it. Bird takes a little more time. This is actually a purple finch, and there's his little head. Really tiny, he's less than an inch. Then I start thinking about how it comes down on both sides. I'm sort of drawing it with pink and a lot of white. And the reason is because white is so easy. If I make a mistake here, I can paint over it. Adding a tail feather there. If you really look at his body and his head almost together, it reminds me of a little kidney bean or a peanut. It's basically an oval with a little bit more of a bump for his head. While our bird is drying a little bit, we're going to move to the eyes. Keep a really thin line of blue all the way around. So you're just doing the center of the blue that you created. And that way it'll look like we took coal and pushed them into the snow to create the eyes. It's just a little shadow. It's really easy to do this effect. We're going to do the same thing with the mouth. Leaving a little edge of that blue. And remember, it's not a perfect circle for these because they'd be either stones or coal. Let's finish up the carrot now. Adding orange right on top of this yellow. And I'm keeping it in half circle or a curved brush stroke. When you do that, it keeps your object curved. Little red and underneath here, and carry it up through, and that just helps give it more shape. I'm going to flip it around, add a little more orange up here, and I'm also going to put the yellow in the center of the carrot for that roundness, so it does give it shape. Now that the bird has had some time to dry, we're going to go in and create his little beak. Little bit of white now, and I'm just feathering out. And some red too. The purple finch is actually pink. Has a lot of pink on him. Leave those little brush strokes, and that will look like tiny little feathers. So you're using a little bit of paint at a time, blending it out, but don't blend it completely. You want to see the different colors. You want to see pink, white, and red through there. Let's give him some more detail. We're going to separate this so we can see his wing. Little black eye. He also has some blackness around, almost like a little mask, and black feathers in through the wing too. Again, just teeny tiny amounts of paint, and brushing it out a little bit. So short little strokes, it's almost just pouncing it in. Now we can see his mask a little more. Okay, he's almost finished. Add some more lightness if you want his belly to pop. Now that your eyes have had time to dry, you probably need a second coat. Time for hearts. I decided to do one larger heart right here on the scarf, and then I'm going to do a bunch of little ones, but simply press down, press down. So you push down, and then you just tilt it and push down again. It's very easy, very, very easy, very little paint. The easiest and fastest way to add highlights is using the back of your brush. I dipped in one time to do all of these highlights. And now I want to just add nice bright white back into our snowman. Still going to leave a lot of the blue where I want the shadow. Let's see how it wakes him up a little bit. I'm still using a fairly small brush in through here because of working in between all of the little coal and pebbles and carrot. Need to be careful, so I'm using that smaller brush.